This personally happens to me often. My wife and I will be driving to a friend's house. We are about 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes down the road on the highway, and she says, I can't remember if I unplugged the curling iron. There is really no way around it other than just risking the fact that, hey, you know what? We know we have unplugged this, so let's keep going, but you're always gonna be thinking about the fact that in this video, I will be talking about the basics of home automation. I don't mean basics and super basics. And if you want to get started, where do you even start? And what is the first thing you can actually try that is not going to break your bank?
Everybody get your hands in the air. You wanna dance this? Everybody get your hands in the air. You wanna dance this? Everybody get your hands in the air. You wanna dance this? Everybody get your hands in the air.
What's up, everybody? My name is Sean. Welcome to my tech channel. If this is the first time you're stopping by and you enjoy tech content like this, you might want to subscribe and turn on the notifications so you won't miss my future content. In this video, we're talking about basics of home automation. If you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a like, and if you got any questions, comment down below. So, home automation or smart home, we hear the term a lot, but what is it? Many of us may know about it, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. Basically, when you have the ability to automate some of your electronic devices and appliances, whether it's through scheduling or having remote access to it, the term is loosely then used that you're automating your home or having a smart home. So for example, you having the ability to control your home temperature remotely, or turn lights or fan on or off, or not remembering whether you left the front door unlocked or not, and be able to remotely check it out and lock it. And these are some of the things that you have access to. If you walk into your Best Buy or go on Amazon and you just search for smart devices or connected devices, you're gonna be presented with a massive sea of products, and you may not even know where to start from. This is what you need to know. Regardless of what brand product you're getting, everything really falls into three different platforms. You would have devices that would either work with your Apple HomeKit ecosystem, or Google Assistant, or Amazon Alexa. Now, each of these devices that you purchase, they typically have their own app that will give you ability to control these devices. But the moment you start buying products from different brands, it's going to be very difficult because you have to have multiple apps for each of these individual devices. And this is why it's important to figure out, see which platform you want to use. Now, Apple HomeKit is one of the platforms that has typically the least amount of products available in its ecosystem, and that's because of the requirement Apple has for a particular hardware to be installed in those products before they become Apple HomeKit compatible. Now, some of these devices, they actually cost a lot. What if you just want to start very simple? So some of the common places to start will be simply your light bulbs or smart plugs. I have a couple of products right now from a company called Nooie, and these are smart plugs that you can actually take your ordinary device, such as a lamp, and connect this to these smart plugs. Now, all of a sudden, your lamp is quote-unquote smart because you have the ability to remotely control it, or have timers on it to have it turn on and off at a certain time. Now, three main benefits of using any smart plug. Number one is the most obvious one, and that's the ability to have remote access to your devices. Number two will be setting timers. So let's say you know you're not going to be home and you want the fan that you have standing in the side of your room to turn on during the day and turn off at nighttime, and you'll be able to plug it into one of these plugs and simply set a timer on it. Lastly is a safety feature, and this is a most underrated benefit of these smart plugs. This personally happens to me often. My wife and I will be driving to a friend's house. We are about 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes down the road on the highway, and she says, I can't remember if I unplugged the curling iron. There is really no way around it other than just risking the fact that, hey, you know what? we know we have unplugged this, so let's keep going. But you're always gonna be thinking about the fact that what if I did not unplug it? If you actually plug these into your commonly used places where you have maybe your iron or your curling iron in the bathroom somewhere that are being used, just plug these in, and all you have to do is just remotely turn off the plug. So it doesn't matter what's plugged into it, you know you're safe. Now, these two products I have here, the first one is a 4-pack of these plugs. They also come in a 2-pack as well. I think with the coupon code they have on the Amazon site, it come up to about $10 each, which is very affordable and very inexpensive. And this is nothing that we would have expected to have about a year or two ago. So that's really exciting. And the second product we have is an actual power strip. Each of them has its own benefits and usage. We're gonna talk about that a little bit, but at the end, the setup and process is very similar for both of them. So when you get the power strip, you're actually able to control each of these individual plugs separately. So it's as if you have 4 of these. The downside is you won't be able to put it in 4 different rooms, but it is a very clean design. So if you are in an area, in a room that you have multiple devices plugged in, this will become very useful. And this also has 4 USB ports. Each of them has 5 volts into it, so it's not gonna help you with fast charging, but it will give you the regular charging speed like the small bricks that you get. So basically it produces the same amount of power that is coming out of these bricks. The setup is very simple. You're gonna go ahead, download the nooie app. So first time when you download, you have to go ahead, create an account, and then it's ready for you to add your devices. So I'm gonna go ahead, plug this in. I'm gonna add a nooie smart plug. All right, so light flashing rapidly, yes. All right, I need to put my password. So it's trying to pair right now. Now, what are some of the things I like about these nooie plugs? Number one, every time you try to install or connect it, it checks for any firmware update and will try to update that for you. The other benefit is, like I said, you have remote access to this, and you can try to create groups and control a series of maybe lights together. So let's say around holiday, you may have some lights on the first floor, Christmas lights, you have some lights on the second floor, and you want to, at a certain time, turn all of them on or off. And you'll be able to do it by simply plugging into these smart plugs. Studio plug. Save. So I can actually add guests to be able to control this, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. So I can actually hear an audible click every time I turn this on or off, and when it is on, there is a small LED on the device that will come on, and when I turn it off, that LED light goes off. Now what's nice is, on the side of these plugs, you actually have a physical button. So if every time you're trying to turn that device on or off, you don't have to take your phone out and trying to turn it off that way. You can also push this button to try to disconnect the power that is coming to the device. Remember I told you you can actually use one of the 3 systems, Alexa, Google Assistant, or Apple HomeKit through Siri. So you can actually connect these devices through both, I believe, Amazon Alexa and Google HomeKit, if I'm not mistaken. So I said a lot about what I like about these devices. Now, what do I not like about it? Number one, you cannot use it with Apple HomeKit or Siri. Number two, it only works with the 2.4 gigahertz band, but not with 5G. So if you have a router in your house and you have multiple Wi-Fi set up, both 2.4 and 5G, you cannot use 5G, you have to use 2.4, which means you have potentially shorter range to these devices. But considering the price and what you get, it's really hard to argue the value of these devices. Also, this has a child lock feature that you're able to temporarily disable the power button, so your child accidentally is not going to turn this on. Let's wrap this up with a quick test. All right, so I have this lamp plugged into the wall. I'm gonna open up the nooie app. It is very fast. It is, the moment I push the button, the light will come on. This almost has no delay. Check it out. Awesome. So this was it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below, let me know what do you think. As far as giveaway, as always, if this video will do well, I will be giving away both of these units. So we have the power strip, and I have the 4-pack smart plugs. Like I said, around Christmas time, these will be great gift for someone who is into tech and gadget and likes convenience. You can use this for Christmas lights around your house. These are built for indoor only, not outdoor. If you want to read and learn more about these devices, I have the affiliated links down in the description below. If you guys chose to buy these, I would highly appreciate it if you actually will use those links, will use those links, and this is how you can support my channel. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.